Hey everyone, Dr. Mike here. I came across a quote the other day and I want to try it on for you, but the quote was, what you don't change, you choose. So what you don't change, you choose. And now I thought, oh man, that's kind of harsh and that might hit you kind of harsh, but let's think about that. What you don't change, you choose. Now, tons of my patients say, gee, Merry Christmas, Mike, I didn't change this health condition, or I didn't choose this health condition. I didn't choose to have this pain. And you might be thinking the same thing. Now let's qualify. I'm not talking about things that you might be born with, like cystic fibrosis, Down syndrome, genetic things, but those are genetic conditions. Those are 3%, literally 3% of the population. I'm talking about lifestyle, degenerative, chronic illness. Well, what is that? Like high blood pressure, like heart disease, like diabetes, like trouble with liver, kidneys, whatever it is, what we would call a lifestyle disease. Now, you might say too, Mike, I didn't choose that either. I hear all the time, my parents had that, my brother has that, so I have that. And we would think that that is a genetic type situation. Possibly you've even heard from your doctor, you have to be on these medications because this runs in your family. Well, you can Google it to fact check me, but I Googled it because I thought to myself, I don't think that's true. 95% of our health conditions are our choices, right? So let me say that a different way. 5 to maybe 10% of chronic health disease is genetic. 95% are the choices that we make. Okay, so how much we decide to work out, whether we get adjusted or not, what we decide to eat, how much water do we decide to get in, what kind of stress reduction techniques do we use, those are all choices, and 95% of those choices are going to dictate your health and your future and diagnoses that you may or may not have. So you might say to yourself, hey, that's great information. That means I can make choices and I can literally reverse some of these things. Yes, but most of the time people think, oh my goodness, that means I have to make different choices if I want a different future because I don't like the side effects that are on all those medications. However you choose to look at it, that's like 2 weeks ago, our video. The event, meaning here's the event. You realize that 95, and maybe you've never heard this, 95% of your future health is the choices you make. So that's an event. We just had that. Your perception of that event is going to determine the outcome. So event, perception equals outcome. Whatever your perception is, if you say, fantastic, I can make changes in my life and I can dictate my future health, then you're going to have great outcome. If you think to yourself, oh, that totally stinks, I have to make changes, you won't have as good an outcome. So here's the news. 95% of your future health are made by your choices, and I hope today that finds you in a place of great hope and expectation. We love you guys.